Slangin The Bizkit, episode 30, our weekly episode of the podcast with myself, Travis Ridge and Trav Oilers, and freshly vaccinated, well, double vaccinated, Pat Shea. How you feeling, my friend?
I am feeling alive, Travis, because I didn't die. I didn't die from the vaccine yet.
It's been 2 hours.
Dude, I'd be lying if I said it didn't like scare me a little because of all the things you hear about it. You know, you don't know what's true, what's false. There's no way of really knowing. I think we talked about this on a different episode. How you can look something up one way and it will back up an opinion. You can look it up the opposite opinion of it and it will be facts, articles backing it up. So it's like it's scary, but I'm feeling all right. You know, I'm just gonna. Actually, I saw a good point on Rogan podcast. Some guy was like, well, why would they or I think maybe it was Brendan Shaw. He's like, why would they have the people that listen to the government, like if there's something wrong with the vaccine, like obviously the people who like listen to the government are going to take it, why would they want to get rid of those people, you know?
Yeah.
So that was a good point. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a little like nerves about like what it might effect it might have or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully in 2 weeks then I can be playing hockey.
But hey, yeah, you gotta look at the bright side though. When they put, I don't know if it was the same for you, but for me, like the first dose, it didn't really sink in. The second dose, when the needle was about to go in my arm and then it plunged into my arm, I had like this like moment flash. It was like, okay, like I can play hockey now. And I don't know if you had the same thing. It was like, okay, now you can play hockey now. You did what they asked. You got everything taken care of. You're ready to go. Bring on the East Coast season. Bring on the cheeser in the East Coast Hockey League. Pat Shea, Worcester Railers, number 27, 26. Did we confirm the number for the season?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Pick the number 27 might be open. It's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I'll find out. Hopefully it all works out, and in 2 weeks I can go in and bounce around. I've been skating like I've been getting like open ice with a few guys, and I've been fucking buzzing in men's league games, dude. Like absolutely buzzing in men's league games, prepping. So, you know, I am excited that hopefully I can play. It's been a while, obviously, since I've been in a game. You know, I was thinking like if it all goes well, like say like a year from now, I can look back and laugh and be like, I was playing in men's leagues last October. Like, well, you
and the October before that too.
yeah, I was playing in men's leagues. You fuck. So no, hopefully I can look back and laugh, but it's obviously not the ideal situation right now. I have a lot of people. I feel like some of my followers that watch the vlog are a little bit confused on it. I'll just break it down here because we have more time.
I'm going to break it down in a second. We got to go through our quick little viewer of the week, couple shout outs real quick, little housekeeping things if we don't mind.
Let's roll that.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of love. Ethan, I'm going to butcher your last name. Ethan Tag. This dude, no joke, no word of a lie, got himself a lawnmower 4.0, got on the package from manscaped.com, sent me a picture and said, hey, Trav, I love it. So shout out to you, buddy, in the video version. We salute you. I tip my cap, take my hat off to you. See my bald spot and everything. On the audio version, we're just up in your AirPods and in your car stereo thanking you, my friends. So thank you for supporting us.
Are in your ears.
As always. Also, one side note. So I went to an SHL game, my first SHL game last week, the Frölunda Indians versus the Rogel, I don't know what the team was called. They were green and red. It was like Christmas. Both teams were Christmas colors. However, leaving the rink, I had a man run up to me on the street. No word of a lie. Like a 200-meter Usain Bolt dash. Trav. What's up, dude?
You're the shit.
I love your podcast, man. You and Pat Shea do an incredible job. I'm from Cornwall, Ontario, and I'd immediately tell him I'm sorry to hear about this, but I said, I'm glad that you love the podcast. Thank you so much for your support.
Yes.
Shook his hand. Dude, saw me outside the arena, and I can't remember his name. He told me, I think it was Ian. Shit, I'm sorry about that. But to you, buddy, I know you're probably listening or watching, maybe in the video version, maybe in the audio version. So for that, thank you very much to our shout-outs. And I think that's all the love we have for this week. Maybe we might have ran out for this week. Yep, that's it.
That is
on the next week.
Always cool. Always cool to hear some people, that there are people that are appreciating and listening. Speaking of the SHL, you are now Casimir's number one fan. You were watching him.
Yeah. So are we gonna get into that first? That's our first order of business.
Yeah, we can do that, and then I'll get back into like breaking down my situation for people who are confused.
Okay. Yeah. So, so for me, where I'm living in Sweden here in Eldsberg, the TV package that the guy that I live with and I have, it's just like a basic, like you get 1 or 2 channels with hockey and like 1 or 2 games a week. So the game of the week on Saturday afternoon was actually our boy, friend of the podcast, Jonas Enroth, him and Orebro, were taking on Leksand and Kaskasuo. And they were in Leksand. And so obviously I was screaming at the TV for like 3 hours, like, come on, put it in the net. Just like
Die-hard fan.
Yeah, like I was shouting at the TV like as if Jonas Enroth could hear me through the TV and I could tell him how to score and help his team. Obviously not how it works. But I just wanted to say that, again, like we talked about last week, I'm not a fan personally of Kaskasuo or of Casimir and what he's doing and how he's conducting his business. However, the game that he played, his first shutout, I think his video is probably going to go up this week, I believe, I would assume. I think he works in real time. An incredible performance, just grade A after grade A opportunity, grade A save, in control. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't inspired by it. Like he had a penalty shot save. Like I'm not kidding you. He made like 4 saves in the crease, like make it with the toe, stop with his head, stop with the pad, gut trap or whatever. And then they get a penalty shot, and the guy comes in, does like the UC Jokinen, like the fake, backhand, forehand to kind of tuck it, 12 inches, 16 inches above the blocker or above the pad. And just an unreal controlled apply pressure blocker save. And I was beyond impressed. And I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit inspired by Casimir with this performance. It was great. Again,
He's a good goalie.
Listen, I'm not a fan of him personally, but I will say an amazing performance. And I was really, I really enjoyed watching it. So for those that say that I hate him and I'm jealous of him, no. I'm inspired by him, and I appreciate the performance he put on this week on Saturday. It was incredible to watch on TV. So,
thank you for the inspiration, Casimir. Cashmere?
Yeah.
Cashews? I don't know his name.
You don't know his name. I think we don't care. Speaking of dirtbags, this is breaking news to me. Francois Lemay, guy's a goalie coach over in North Korea. He messaged me from Canada.
North Korea?
Yes, he went over to North Korea to goalie coach. He's talked about coming on the podcast sometime. But anyway.
Are you sure?
Positive, 100%. He did this.
Not South Korea?
Oh, was it North or South? I don't know. He was somewhere.
North Korea, I don't think people are allowed there.
Oh, shit.
I don't think they do hockey in North Korea.
Again, like we've talked about before, the edge of the world ends at the Manitoba perimeter for me, from where I'm from. So, anyway, Francois messaged me.
I'd go South Korea.
I don't think you have a choice.
Educated guess.
You have no choice.
Educated guess. I'd say he's in South Korea. But yeah, go on.
Anyway, so... Jesus Christ. Yeah. So he messaged me. He's like, hey, did you see that Jonathan Bernier is charging $30 an hour or $30 an autograph for a signing this weekend? If you hated what Casimir was doing for podcasts, you'll love this. And I'm like, what? So I go and I do a little bit of dirt digging. So Jonathan Bernier, goalie for the New Jersey Devils, is charging $30 an autograph this week. And I believe this Saturday coming up, he's charging it. And I was thinking to myself, okay, Kaskasuo's made $4.7 million. How much has this guy made? And I look on capfriendly.com. $29,730,000 estimated earnings. This is knowledge of the public. This doesn't include endorsements.
He's a long-time vet, yeah.
All this kind of. This guy's been in the league for like 15 years. Plus, his wife is a star on that NHL Housewives show. So she's raking in the dough. They have more than enough money. If you gave me $30 million, do you have any idea how long I could sit on that for? I could sit on that for 3 lifetimes and not even bat an eye at spending a dime. Like, I'm not kidding you. And again, to be charging $30, to be charging, kids, and yeah,
for autographs.
Yeah, and guess what? It's the parents who are going to bring the kids. So yeah, they're going to say, yeah, adults are paying. The dad is bringing the son. The mom is bringing the son. There are guys who are going to pay for the autograph to sell it. Great, but you're charging kids and you're ruining a kid's experience, right? 5 seconds is all it takes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Just again,
I'd say that's weird.
Drives me nuts. It drives me off the wall.
I think there's a line you can draw there. Like if you're a millionaire, I feel like you don't need to charge kids for autographs or just people in general for autographs. I feel like that's a line, like a pretty fair thing. Like if you're that wealthy, you don't need to charge someone for an autograph. They're just a fan of you, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't get that.
Yeah, somebody said they're like, the sporting store that he's doing it with is probably charging. He's just showing up for free. Nothing's for free, my friend. Jonathan Bernier is being paid by the store to show up. The store charges $30 an autograph. He is promoting it. or he shows up for free, gets a tax receipt, and then he's going to make a claim on that. He's going to make money somehow. So anybody saying, "Oh, well, he's not actually making money; he's just doing what he's told," shut up. Don't take this the wrong way. I really wish we brought a third person on the podcast, just like somebody on a regular basis who is like the complete opposite of me, because I want to fight with somebody on this. I want to literally go to war with somebody on this type of stuff and just rip their head off. Is this a little bit too much?
No.
Good.
Let me see if I can argue, get you going a little.
Well, why don't we get off the bandwagon and you talk about some positive things like your season and the Worcester Railers and all that kind of stuff. We're going to go off on a negative bandwagon.
Yeah. We've talked about that a lot, and I think we've made our stand. Like, and for me, is I just think there's a line, but I guess it becomes personally where you draw your personal line of like when you're what you're charging.
Yeah,
for,
what's ethical and what's not.
I think. Yeah, and I know at the end of the day we're all just trying to make money one way or another, trying to.
But hold on.
I mean, I guess more people are more money hungry than others.
But people are very money hungry. But you're also going off to your first season of the coast and the cheeser for the Worcester Railers.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Very exciting time.
Hopefully.
However,
for a little bit of money.
However, we're going to have you taken care of with the folks at Sheath. SheathUnderwear.com. Boom. Punch you right in the face. Give you a sucker punch right there.
We're trying to get money too.
We are. That's what this podcast is. This podcast is a side hustle. We've been talking about it on the vlog a lot. This is the side hustle for both Pat and I. Now we're going to tell you about something awesome and also something that we believe in. Sheath underwear. So I have it right here. I'm also wearing it. Sheath underwear is amazing. Okay, Sheath underwear has cooling technology. I'm wearing the shirt. Mm-hmm. The underwear is made from the same materials as the shirt. It's cooling. Whether it's, wherever you're living right now. Cooling. Again, we have that weather right now where it's cold in the mornings and it's hot in the afternoons. Sheath is going to keep it cool, going to keep it regulated. The temperature is going to be great. Also, they have a pouch for your dong, for your Jimmy, for your peach basket, for everything. So everything gets compartmentalized, gets opened up, it gets aerated. It's not sticking together. Like, there's nothing worse than if you're going to the gym, you're going to hockey, you're going to work, you're going on that date specifically. This is what we're really talking about here. And your balls are stuck to your leg, and then your Jimmy is stuck to your balls, and you got to peel it off like a Band-Aid, like off the side of your leg. And that is not what you want. Yeah, exactly. And Sheath will not allow that to happen. And you won't let that happen when you go to sheathunderwear.com. On the video version of the podcast, I'm looking at you. Sheathunderwear.com. The promo code is Bizkit69. You're going to get 20% off. I almost said 69% off. No, we're not doing that. We're not giving it away for free. 20% off. Sheathunderwear.com. You're going to get an amazing pair of underwear, an amazing pair of Gits. You want to help us? You want to support us? This is how you do it. Also, one last little point.
Get your undies.
Get your undies. Absolutely, baby. One little point I'd like to make before we carry on here. People buy underwear all the time. You go to Walmart, you go to Costco, wherever you're going to buy your cheap underwear, because let's be honest, it's a pain in the ass. Nobody says, you know what? I'm stoked to go underwear shopping today. I can't wait to go underwear shopping. If you're going to go underwear shopping, get something that's going to last and is comfortable. Don't buy that $5 stuff that doesn't spring back after about 2 months of usage. So go to Sheath. You're going to spend a couple extra bucks. You're going to get your money's worth. You're going to get quality at sheathunderwear.com. Promo code Bizkit69. Pat's favorite position he loves to do with the underwear on because it breathes so well. He can do that. 20% off.
Yes. It's very nice for OTPJs. OTPHJs. OTPHJs, yes.
And you'll be getting a lot of them in Worcester this year, maybe, potentially, hypothetically.
Yes. You guys want, if you need underwear and you want comfortable underwear and you want to support us while doing so, that's the move. Sheath underwear. I wear them, and I will be wearing them this week and next week and in 2 weeks when hopefully I'll be back on the ice playing some puck. Eh?
Oh,
get your sheath, boys. Get your sheath.
If you're
Travelix underwear.
If you're listening to the audio version, you got to watch the video version because you see all the crazy things that I do with the camera with my eyes.
Yeah.
As opposed to the audio version, I'm just in your car stereo and stuff. So it's not as exciting.
Yep.
Anyway,
and you get to see all my OCD twitches where my habits. I always fix my hat like this.
I pointed that out one time on
always
FaceTime,
doing that. So I see it. I know. I'm very aware of it. There's always something that I'm doing. So if you're not watching the video form, you can now see this. There's always something I'm doing. I'm fidgety.
The video people watch.
I'm a fidgety guy.
This is the Pat Shea impression. Yes, hello guys, Pat Shea here. Press the hat up. Curl the flow back a little bit. I know Pat's isn't as long as mine, but that's what he does. And then he just kind of adjusts himself, gets comfortable, looks off, looks back to the camera. I am sick. Let's go with the podcast, Trav. Come on. Keep up with me here. That is the Pat Shea impression. Let's go.
It's not bad. It's pretty accurate. Usually some nonsense like rambles coming out of my mouth too while I'm doing it. But yeah, if you've watched my vlog, you would see me doing that too. And you would maybe be in the loop of what's going on with my hockey.
Yes, so if you
not,
haven't been in the
let me
update,
briefly
or if
just
you haven't
break
been in
it
the
down.
loop, Pat, tell them exactly what's going on right now, the situation. We lie as of October 18th. We're recording on a Monday, 2021. This will go
18th.
live on the 24th of October, on Thursday.
I signed with the Worcester Railers in the ECHL, the East Coast, which is the affiliate of the Islanders. So all was good, whatever. A couple weeks after I signed, I texted the coach like, "Hey, am I going to need to be vaccinated?" He goes, "Oh yes, because we're going to have to be going over the border. There's Canadian teams in the Northern Division." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I go that day. I think it was like September 20th, whatever. I go that day, get the first one. Few days go by, I get a call from the assistant coach, chatting it up. "Hey, excited to work with you, blah, blah, blah. By the way, are you vaccinated?" I'm like, "Well, I got my first one." And then he goes, "Okay, I got to put the head coach on the phone." He gets on. He's like, so shit, like we weren't really, I don't know if it wasn't that he didn't know or if they weren't really aware of the rules yet, or they forgot to tell the rules or whatever it was. But he was like, "Yeah, so you're not allowed to come to camp until 2 weeks after your second vaccination." So obviously my second one wasn't scheduled until today, which is the 18th. Camp was this past week. So I'm like, oh, fuck. He's like, "Whatever, like, we'll wait. We'll just like bring you in after." That was like the last word I heard, like that we'll bring you in after the camp. Pain in the ass, obviously, and makes everything a little like iffy. Because you're like, all right, well, now like the season's going to be starting. It's a little harder to now come in and like crack into the lineup type deal. But whatever, not the ideal situation. So I've been kind of just like skating, trying to stay in shape the last 2 weeks, working out a lot, going hard in men's league games.
Yeah, Pat FaceTimed me the other night. He's like, "Yeah, I
stay
scored
with
like
it.
9 goals in my game tonight. Feeling pretty good. I'm ready for camp."
Dude, I'm flying past these guys. They don't have shit on me, okay?
I would
would've
hope
shaved,
not.
Like late 20s.
I would hope not. Otherwise, we have bigger issues to deal with here. Yeah, you know, so their
yeah.
so their defensive coverage to me tonight in
Yeah.
game 3 was tough. Oh man, I'm not feeling
Yeah.
good for the start of camp.
No, so that would be bad. That would be bad. No, so I'm just trying to stay with it. That's where, if you've seen my vlogs, it's like on pause. But now I just got the vaccine, so hopefully 2 weeks from today, I'll be able to go in and join, and everything will work out. You know, I'm being optimistic. Obviously, that's the only way to do it. There's no reason of being negative. So 2 weeks from today, I'll go in and join and go from there. So that's why I've been on a weird pause. I did sign. I'm not lying. You know, there are a couple of people like, "Oh, I don't see you on Elite Prospects." Like, no shit. Like, I haven't played
So do you have
games
any idea
yet.
how slow Elite Prospects is? Like, holy shit! Like I'm not kidding you. Like molasses slow. Like this thing is like 3-4 weeks behind. Like they take their sweet time. Like God bless the guys Elite Prospects. They have a great tool over there to get
Yeah.
access to information, but they are slow as shit over there. So
But you gotta remember how they're doing it for every
in
single
the
hockey
world,
player.
for every team, every league, every division,
Yeah.
every series, every player, every country.
So you have to imagine it's going to be a little bit behind. And also, it hasn't been announced on like any social media besides my own. So it's like, whatever. But yeah, no, I'm not bullshitting you. That's the situation. So hopefully, optimistically, it's going to still work out. And
Also,
we'll go
if
from
I
there.
could, for just a split second, I don't want to, like, I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way. I just want to, like, give you, like, a little pat on the back and commend you and almost, like, I'm proud of you kind of moment because, like, and I'm serious, like, you have done everything that you can do to enable yourself to play, like, you know, COVID, or shit, I can't say the fucking word. The China, no, I can't say that. The flu going around, shit, geez, there we go. The flu going around has changed the world the last 2 years, okay? It's changed everything. And the ability to adapt is critical. You have done that. Yeah, you didn't play last year, but I'm proud of you that you said, you know what, I'm going to go get the vaccine because this is what I need to do, and I want to go and play. So
Yeah.
you're doing everything you can do, and if things don't work out, if for some reason, because pro is a grind, it's crazy, you never know what to expect. You can honestly say you did everything you possibly can, and for that, I tip my hat to you.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. It's yeah, there I wouldn't lie, there's days it's like fuck, this is like shitty, like where there's a little bit of like worry, it's like, well, what's gonna happen here? Like now that this is like COVID
Oh
again.
shit!
Like,
You
and I
said the word
explained
again.
last
Damn it!
podcast like all the fucking
Oh, well.
whatever, all the things that like COVID has like affected in my life, and yes, it can always be worse, but like it's just like fucking A, like all these things. So then I've done everything that I can do. So that's all, if anyone is in a similar type situation or just any type of thing where you're not playing enough or you're not, I don't know, just getting the love that you want, anything in life, really. It's just like, just if you just have to do everything that you can do. You can't control any other factor of what someone else does, what fucking COVID causes, you know what I mean? So it's a struggle, but just do it. And it kind of, that applies to like our YouTube as well. And
Everything's unpredictable, man.
Have you
like life is so unpredictable. YouTube's
Yeah.
unpredictable.
Have you found that you've struggled with that? Like say you have like a great video. This is something I've dealt with a little. Like I have a great video I know is fucking awesome, and it just doesn't hit the algorithm.
You know,
Does
I
shit.
find that
People don't click
there's
on it,
two
whatever.
sides to it. You have to, well, actually, sorry, there's more than two sides. There's a lot of sides to it. You have to make a video that, first off, you enjoy. Like if I'm dragging my feet
Yeah.
through the mud on a video on bulldozers, like I don't care about bulldozers, and the video is going to reflect that. You got to make some video on something you like and you enjoy and you love. You have to tailor the video towards that algorithm. So like I'm not going to make the same thing for Instagram that I would for YouTube, and you got to play within their rules. Like right now, like I guess I'm going through a little bit of it right now with the vlog. Like last year in Sweden, I was lucky enough where I could literally, like I literally did. I sat on this couch here in Sweden, picked my ass, and put up 40, 50,000 views of video. I'm not kidding you. This couch here was a moneymaker last season. And this season, I've changed the vlog up a little bit. I've changed my approach. I'm trying to be more business orientated. I want to focus on my craft, putting the hard hat on, the boots, get my hammer, and just start hammering away, just going to work. And because I want to get a paycheck, that's my end goal for hockey. I want to play somewhere where I get a paycheck and I get paid. It's it's a little bit of an ego thing, but also I want to take my dad and my woman on a nice little vacation. So I thought that approach to the vlog and those elements would help it, but it's hurt it a little bit. Like numbers wise, the vlog hasn't been as hot. Keep in mind also the algorithms change all the time. So what was working last year, pro hockey in Sweden, whatever the video was, haven't been as hot as just the straight up titles. Like I've changed things up to the Sweden hockey vlog mic'd up because I feel like that's the most authentic title it is. People get pissed off that I call it pro hockey. All right, well guess what? It's the Sweden hockey vlog and it's mic'd up because it is. And if you don't like it, too bad, because I want to be authentic to myself. But then there's also that fine line. Where is authentic to yourself and creating real stuff? Because like you and I have talked about this many times, and I've told many other people this that I've filmed with. I don't do fake. I don't do stage. I don't do any of this drama BS. Like everything that I film is real. It's 100%. It's caught in the moment. It's capturing the moment, and it's uploaded in its purest form. Sometimes YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube wants you to play by the rules and make something kind of over the top, extra energy, Jesse James West-esque, and he does a great job. I know I keep bringing him up. He does a great job. He does a great job with his videos, but they're a little bit extra for YouTube. I don't want to do that. Pat, I don't think you want to do that either. So you pay the consequences. You pay the piper that's not going to put up the numbers that you'd want. But when you do, your videos reflect that. My videos reflect that. But you're playing by the rules of the man here for the most part.
It's tough. Whether I've dealt recently, like say my sketches or whatever too, as an example. Like I have ones that I'm like, I know this is like a really well done, it's funny, and everyone that does watch it like enjoys it, and they'll like comment it like this is like so underrated or whatever. But it's like if it's not the right, say like hockey sports related thing or like whatever it is, it won't catch views. And it's like, okay, but I get caught up sometimes, and then I'm like, fucking like, damn it, because you want that, like naturally you kind of want that success like instantly. Then you kind of have to remember, like, like I apply it with hockey. I'm like, I tried to go to prep school for 7 years in a row and it didn't work out with the coach until finally 7 years later. I got into one and I was able to go to prep school, and then I went and like got drafted. I was it happened, boom, you keep hitting on it and eventually it cracks. And then I'm like, oh, I just started doing sketches. I just started I just started consistently posting them in June.
If I could,
it's like a few months.
I think the patience is key. Hockey, YouTubing, whatever, you got to be patient to give things time to see if they work out, because sometimes things blossom over time, right?
Yeah.
You hit that one video, it's a gold mine, and the algorithm likes it. You're off to the races. But at the same time, I've tried to embrace the same approach with hockey that I have with YouTubing, is that if the video is not performing the way that I think it or that it should be, or that it quote unquote deserves, like you just mentioned, people comment, and I would agree that your sketches are funny. I like them. When I was at home, I was showing them to my woman. I can't show them to her now because she's not here, but they're very enjoyable. But they're not putting up the numbers that you think they deserve, other people deserve, or think they deserve, and they probably do. Well, you're doing something wrong in your approach to delivering them to people. You have to find a way to convert them and get people to buy in. How?
Yeah.
That's a great question. If I had the answer, I would give it to you. And it's the same with anybody trying to make videos or film or YouTube videos or content online. How do you do that? It's up to you to crack that code, and it's tough.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough too when I have a hockey based audience, and what I think I'm gonna try to do is post my hockey or just sports related ones and make more sports related ones first and post them so people, because they're naturally more interested in a sports related one, and then they it gains a trust that oh, these are good. I'll watch one that doesn't necessarily have to do with hockey or sports. And I think that can be an approach to it. But I also think, too, that it's just going to take time. But it's tough. It's just a tough thing when it's not hockey related, when obviously my majority of the audience is hockey related. But just thinking about all this and shit, and you said Jesse James West, it kind of got me thinking about YouTube longevity, after hockey, or if hockey ended tomorrow, how I would go about it. Or
for those listening,
maybe hockey
just to give a little bit of backstory, I apologize in advance. I have planted the seed in Pat's head, because every FaceTime call I tell him, what are we going to do after hockey? Hockey doesn't last forever, especially in this COVID time.
Right.
It could end tomorrow. What are you going to do? I don't know. I think too, just trying to try different things, trying to experiment with different things. The people listening or watching on the video version, it's funny. You and I are stressing over about how do we do better when this is already our full-time thing, but people listening are like, I just want to start out. But where you can start out is with a great shave for your first date with your lady friend. Listen to me, folks. Manscaped.com. All right, Manscaped.com. Are you kidding me? The Lawnmower 4. Are you kidding me? This thing has everything you need. Okay, skin safe technology. This thing is going to be a smooth glide over your skin, no matter what part of the body, your face, your gooch you want to use it on. It's going to be a smooth one. Okay. Second off, 90 minutes of battery life. If you're Italian, guess what? You get 2. If you're not Italian, you get 1. Pat needs 2. I need 1. Who are you? I don't know. He's not Italian, but he's like an ape. He's hairy like an ape, so he gets 2. So he goes through 180 minutes, goes through a 3-hour shave twice a week with the lawnmower. But it's possible because it's smooth. And guess what? Here's the deal. You go to manscaped.com. Yeah. You're going to use the promo code BISKIT. You're going to get 20% off. It's an exclusive 20% off. Plus, shipping's on the house. Pat and I will take care of the shipment. Again, just like last week, we're going to head down to the San Diego Manscaped factory. We are going to personally package your box and send it out the door with a smile on our face. But you got to pick one up. You got to use the promo code BISKIT, 20% off, free shipping, and with a money-back guarantee. You want the best, get the performance package, the weed whacker, the lawnmower, and also, here's a little bit of an exclusive thing for the vlog, too, while we have a couple seconds left for our halftime. The Manscaped Premium Body Wash. Brand new. Look at this. You see this? You see this? It's clean.
That is gorgeous.
And it's a lot. So you'll be clean for a while. So you can use your lawnmower, shave her down, and then get the body wash. Clean yourself up.
And welcome back from the ad break. We are. Hello? Are you here? Oh, you're talking to them or me? Oh, okay. Them.
No, I was greeting the audience back from the ad break. On the video version, I gave you the wave. I gave you the salute, the Yager salute. and on the audio version, I just said hello.
Yep.
Pat thought that I wasn't connected to our Skype call anymore.
Yeah, I was confused. But yeah, so we're talking longevity, YouTube longevity or career after hockey path, right? It had me thinking, like, so I was like, okay, if hockey ended tomorrow and I went full on YouTube, I would do pretty much anything and try everything and go way harder at it to try to see what works, to see what will stick, versus now where it's very much like, not very much, but it's still part-time gig for me because of hockey. And it's like, it's been a struggle the last, say, year, we'll go with year, like the last year, because it's almost like a pause. It's like, okay, do I go full YouTuber and commit to it? No, I can't yet because I'm still playing hockey, and even though I'm on pause from hockey, like I have to go back to it. So I'm still skating X amount per week. I'm training, whatever, like grinding to be a hockey player, and it's still the main focus in my life.
The hard part about that is what makes you credible. It's what gets people interested. Is like, and honestly, I think the only reason people care about what I post or care about what you post or just care about you and I as people is that we're still playing. Like, we're not Pavel Barber with nothing showing up on our league prospects. We're not some beer league guy or some guy just a repost account out there. Like, we're still playing. Like, we play the game. We're making the vlog. We're doing the podcast. And we're doing stuff. But with that comes the fact that I don't have 24/7 to make stuff. You don't have 24/7. In fact, you have way less time than I do. I mean, I like to think. But
I think because I'm so, like, main focus is still hockey, because I don't want it to not be until I'm done with it. Like I'm still, for income, right? Like, I'll be getting paid to play hockey ideally. Like, and it's like, okay, this is still like the income. This is my focus. I want to see first where I can go with it before. But it's like, it's a struggle, right? Because, like, yes, we do get views or whatever, attention because of, like, our status of, we're a pro hockey player.
And we got blue check marks on Instagram. Matching as well, I might add.
Yes.
I love
But at the same time, because, like, that's the main focus, it's like, I don't know if I'll talk for myself here, but, like, I don't know if I will truly, like, blossom on YouTube specifically until it's my main focus. Like, I can't, like, so Jesse James West is an example. His lacrosse, he decided to say, like, where's the future in lacrosse? He was a lacrosse college guy. He had about 20K, and he just went full on and started doing those, like, day in the lives which I think I'm going to take part. But either way, he went full and cracked into, like, the mainstream audience. He broke out of that, like, shell of, like, okay, I have an audience because I'm a college lacrosse player, and broke into that greater audience and lost that image of just being a lacrosse player.
Well, we're talking about a very extreme outlier here. Like who else has done? You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't do it, but who else has done it?
It's extremely difficult.
There's a reason why you and I are talking about him, because it's hard to do and it's very admirable.
Yes, it's very admirable. I admire it in a lot of ways. I've been watching him a lot recently because of it, and I'm like, this is cool that he was able to do this. It's very, very cool, and it's possible, but it's very hard. But that's what I was thinking about too. It's like, it's very hard to do too when it's not your full-time gig.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, if hockey ended tomorrow, I'd go full on tube, and I'd probably be a lot more effective because it would be my full effort. I'd wake up every day and all I would be thinking of is, how can I make a great video today? But right now I wake up and I'm like, okay, how can I get better at hockey, workout, and then I'll figure out, like, okay, how can I make a video? And that's tiresome, because then it's like you're leaving your extra, the extra energy, the backup fumes for the YouTube,
mm-hmm.
versus being your main thing. It's like school. Like, when I was in college and school, like, hockey's my main shit. I fucking don't have energy to do schoolwork. And it's worse because I didn't like school, so I put less into it. But it's hard when you wake up and you skate hard. You fucking drain your body to then go do something else. It's like, it's tough. And so that's what I was thinking about a lot lately, is like, maybe we won't see ourselves truly go until it's like the main thing. And right now it will build at a pace steadily because we are like the hockey player, the athlete, and the the video simultaneously, and we'll build an audience. But what are your thoughts on that?
I should have started a cooking channel like 15 years ago. That's what I think. That's what I should have done. Cooking with Trav, just making like, I don't know, experiments with like all brand snack bites or some shit. Like, yeah, I don't know. Just like, all I know for me is like, this is my full-time thing. I want the podcast to blossom. I've accepted the fact that my only way to make this happen is with hockey and by continually playing hockey. And it's not like it's a chore. Like I love playing hockey. I always have, always will.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'd say I'm comfortable branching out in the same way that you are, like with skits and whatever the category may be, just because like it's a risk, right? And Jesse James is an outlier. And in my mind, it seems like it's a lot easier to continue in the hockey community and trying to document that and keep a full-time income coming in than risking it all. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. For
sure.
Maybe I'm playing.
But it's scary though. It's scary because
it's very scary, dude.
I'm sure part of you wants to, like, you like doing travel vlogs as an example.
I would love to be a
part of
vlogger.
you wants to just like do it and more, but you know that it's not going to get the same type of income as doing a vlog about hockey. And that's part of what I'm saying. You're not going to fully dive into travel vlogs until you're done with hockey, but you don't want to just drop hockey because it's bringing you in your income. So it's a huge risk. No, I think Jesse James West was in a different scenario where he knew like his lacrosse was kind of coming to an end.
Also, I'll have you know, I watched a video the other day. That guy estimated made $1.5 million. Well, we'll finish with about $1.5 million this year.
He's putting up views.
That is a lot of money.
Consistent views, and obviously his additional sponsors. He's doing very well.
That's
it's very
US dollars too, by the way. So he can basically buy all of Canada.
Yeah.
So
in a way, he put a blueprint of a specific way of how to break out into the greater audience. Now, for you, say like hockey did end tomorrow, would you stay in the hockey world and continue to be that hockey YouTuber, or would you try to break out into travel vlogs? Would you try to do more?
That's a good question. I feel like I wouldn't let my hockey end, just because like there's so much like tangled up in it. Like I had the vlog going. I had like our podcast has been based off of this, which has been great. Sponsors like the products, like the TravSpec products, are all based off of hockey. So like, I mean, I could do
for sure
TravSpec products for a bit because that'll bring in a couple bucks. But I don't know, dude. Like I'm in no position to be quitting or hanging them up anytime soon. I mean, I like if we're being honest, like I barely make enough money as is. So to go from like just scraping by to you know what, I'm gonna take some time off. Nope. That is not happening, which is why I need a paid contract next season for hockey, because this isn't cutting it, and hopefully the podcast can help too. But
I
don't know, dog. But to kind of transition a little bit, if we could, on the positive things, had 2 more games last week. You want to talk a little bit about those?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so first up,
and also quick, if you're listening to the video form, comment down below on like the conversation we just had. And just like give your thoughts if you're listening to this at this point of the video. Give your thoughts on like what we were saying, our opinions on what you would like to see us do. Say if like hockey did end tomorrow, like what you would want to see from us. Like just kind of give your thoughts on that. But okay,
it's also kind of tough because like the people listening to the podcast are like very dedicated, religious like listeners of our show. Probably not very open minded if you're not listening. If we're being quite honest, but with that being said, leave a comment down below. It doesn't even have to be about that. Just tell us like, hey, Trav, like your couch is tacky. Get a new one. Trav, like. Time for a haircut, buddy. Whatever it is, we need some comments.
Let us know.
And we're not like those big dick YouTubers who, and not like big dick YouTubers, but like those big dick YouTubers who like just tell you they like leave a comment, let me know, but they don't actually reply to you. We reply to you. We converse with you in the comment section. Anyway.
Yes, we do.
Because we care. We actually want to have a conversation with you. We don't pretend like we do, like other vegetarians. Anyway. So, as we transition here. So yours truly, 2 games, 2 big games last week. So first off, I got my second start. Going off that big 6-5 overtime win. I don't think there's anything I'm going to do this season that'll top that 6-5 overtime debut win. That was a game I couldn't believe it wasn't live streamed. Anyway, So we've had a flu going around the team. I'm not going to get into it too much, but I think we probably had like 5 or 6 guys go down for like a week straight or whatever, a couple days off, where like
Damn.
guys are just like, I ain't coming to the rink. I'm like, see you later. I'm in bed. My head, my throat, everything's killing me. I'm in that group as well. Not all of our team is vaccinated though, so I'm not going to play that card. I'm not going to dive in all that bullshit. But all I know is there's a flu going around. I was feeling it a lot, and it reflected in my play this past week. But still, we came out with the win. 11-4 win. Now, I know it sounds bad. The other team switched goalies about halfway through the game. Well, not halfway through the game. After the second period, so in the third period. God bless the kid. Kid was doing his best, but it wasn't really fair. Like the kid was younger.
Yeah.
He was underage. I really wish that they didn't put him in there because they kind of exposed him when they shouldn't have. But a win is a win. And if I'm being honest, I really don't give a shit. All I care about is we got the win. We're 2-0. Well, sorry, we're 3-0 at this point in time. I got another win, and things are going well. I was really busy in the third period, made a couple of big saves, which is great. I didn't feel good most of the game just because of like the flu going around and whatnot. I was really lightheaded. I was stiff as a board. I was stiff like a 2x4 out there, but the results were
Nothing
matters.
worse.
Yeah, we got the win. Move on to the next night. We're on the road again, and this is the tough part. Every single road game we have is like 4 hours away. So we changed series within our division this year for whatever reason. So we are kind of where we are, north of Gothenburg. Every other team is south of Gothenburg. So we got to go 3-4 hours for every road game, and it's tough because they're so far, and we got to leave during rush hour too. So anyway, so we're going to this place called Roning, whatever. And dude, I'm not kidding you. This place is a dump. Like, if I had the ability to, I would buy a bulldozer and a wrecking crew, and I would tear that rink down tomorrow if I could, and I'd sell the land. Like, it was just a dump. I'm not kidding you. Like, nothing going on. They had a house. They were building a house next door to the rink. But the thing was, they had the top built, but nothing on the bottom. Like, what is going on here? Like, this is where we're playing.
Yeah, that's not good.
Anyway, so like there's junior B rinks in Manitoba that I played in that were nice from this rink. Anyway, enough about the rink. Doesn't really matter. The boys said I was a little bit harsh in the rink. I think it was very accurate. But anyway, I'm not playing this night. We're playing out there. We're up 5-2 going into the third period. We kind of fell apart a little bit, made some mistakes, and let them crawl back into the game. They really weren't a great team either, if we're being honest. So they tie it up. A couple minutes left in the third period. We go to overtime. We're 2-0 in overtime, so we're feeling really good. We didn't get a chance to end it, so we go to a shootout, and we lose in a shootout. So 6-5 shootout loss, tough one, but unfortunately, that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you get the bounces, sometimes you don't. However, next game is in 2 days from now, so we welcome the best team in the league, the top team in the league. It's going to be a very exciting game. Yours truly is in net, so I will have my hands full. And obviously, there's a lot of prep that has to be done. I already started doing the prep for next week. And then we are on the road again on Thursday or Friday. My agent actually is, funny enough, my agent plays in the same series that I'm at. And I think he's starting on Thursday. I'm not. So it'll be funny. We'll be in the same building together. So I'm looking forward to seeing him on Thursday or whatever. So, although I will, maybe I should say it. No, I won't. I'm not going to say it. Never mind. I'll leave that out.
Ooh, suspenseful.
I'll leave that out. I shouldn't be saying that on the podcast.
What could it be?
Doesn't matter. Anyway.
Well,
speaking of things we should talk about, could we talk about the McGregor thing real quick? Because we got about 10 minutes left in the podcast before we cap it.
Yes.
Conor McGregor punches old guys, now priests,
and musicians.
Machine Gun Kelly, who could also, if you look at him, could fall into either category, a priest or an old dude with how frail and how brittle the guy looks.
Priest?
He was a priest. He was baptizing McGregor's kid, was he not?
No. He punched like a DJ.
Oh, he was a DJ. Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Okay, so hold on. So I got the story from Michael Bisping. So Conor flew to Italy with his wife to baptize Conor Jr., I believe. I thought he punched he punched a DJ. Oh, shit. Never mind. Was the playlist that bad? Like was it that bad?
I don't know. There's not really like more, like he hasn't spoken about it. There's not like details of it. And it's actually weirdly, like it's not on the mainstream. Like you're here, it was kind of quiet almost until it wasn't. Like it snuck up like, oh, by the way, DJ says Conor McGregor punched him in the face for no reason at all. He was he's like, yeah, we were hanging out, having fun, talked for a while, and then he just punched me in the face for no reason, which feels a little suspicious.
It's a very Conor thing to do, I think. I'd believe that. Like,
but no reason at all.
Like,
There's got to be something that
Well,
you did for him to get mad to punch you in the face.
punched the old guy in the face at the bar because he wouldn't drink his whiskey. Like, you know,
Yes, but even still, right? Like it's an overreaction. Like it was fucking stupid. Like Connor, what are you doing, punching a guy over that? But there was a reason, you know. Like the guy was kind of being, you could say, disrespectful about his whiskey, right? And he felt disrespected and he hit him, which was stupid and pointless. You don't hit someone about that. Like, oh, you don't want to drink my whiskey? Okay, fuck you, walk away.
Sonk you right in the
either
side
way,
of the temple.
there was something that happened, a sort of disrespect that made him react. Like I'm sure there was some type of, in Connor's eyes, disrespect that made him then like lash out, if it's true, because we actually don't know if it even happened.
Very, very true.
So if that's true, there's something. But at the same time, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what do you do? You're the most famous fighter. You're one of the most famous athletes in the world. Never mind fighters. You have so much money. People want to see you fight, or people want to see you just do something enjoyable. And you're out there, you're trying to fight Machine Gun Kelly, a DJ, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's entertainment. It gets us talking, but it's like, is he okay?
You know, Michael Bisping was saying that.
Doesn't it make you wonder?
Because of the leg surgery, when he snapped his leg, he's probably still on an insane amount of painkillers for like what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Which is understandable. And he was saying that like it makes you like very irritable and like just like snappy, like just rage snappy for no reason, which is understandable. But I look at more of like just the whole body of work. Like I was watching an interview he did with Stephen A. Today, and basically, I would say from the Khabib fight forward, he's just so angry, and like people are calling him out. Yeah, people are calling him out on his BS of like, you know, you're cocky, you're arrogant, you're losing, whatever, and he's pissed off because they're calling him out on it, and he can't get away with it anymore. As opposed to like before, people would call him out and he'd say, you know what, you're gonna call me out? Okay, well guess what? I'm gonna go prove you wrong. I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'm gonna go prove you wrong, and I'm gonna make some adjustments. Like, it's so funny because when you look at the early documentary he made, I think in 2015 or 16, about like the Mac life,
great.
And he in that documentary he described everything he never wanted to be, and at this point in time, 2021, he has become everything he said he never wanted to be in that documentary. He talked about how guys get so stuck in their ways and they're not open-minded enough to learn. Sounds like Conor McGregor. You know, they start dabbling in other things that aren't focused on the fight game and becoming a better fighter.
Yeah.
I think that absolutely fits the bill with the boxing, with the whiskey, with all the other stuff. Just not 100% focused and ready to, you know, go put on a performance. Like, and also, you like there's a determination and a drive in that early Conor McGregor from like, you know, from 2007 up until I would say 16, maybe 17. And then you just see like just a resentment and an anger like since then, which is fine. You want to be pissed off, whatever. But like that drive and that determination is what made me a fan. That got me really excited and into him. And the dude right now, I can't stand the Conor. Like I will never buy a Conor McGregor pay-per-view. I will not spend a dime on anything Conor McGregor. The Mac Life, like McGregor Fast, McGregor Sleep, or as Dustin Poirier calls it, or any of that kind of stuff. Like, you know what I will buy? I'll buy Jorge Masvidal.
It's got you wondering.
Game bread special, the 3-piece and the soda with the fries.
It's got you wondering what's going
on. Because especially like his tight-knit people, like you got to think his wife, his parents, like either people are telling him and he ain't listening, or these people are so wrapped around his finger, like he's got so much money, so much power, like they're not going to tell him like you can't be doing that. Like I don't know. You'd think somebody would tell him.
He was kind of off the rails a bit right after the Floyd fight.
Even during like you could tell everything was kind of staged. Like the UFC was very organic, and then Conor and McGregor, or Jesus Christ, Conor and Mayweather are scheduling their own events. Like you can kind of tell all the chirps and everything were staged.
I guess they were in on it the whole time. Like they were flying to the events together. Like that's what people are saying. Like they were actually going together and just like, okay, let's sell the shit out of this. Let's put on a show. Like there was no, and it was fucking fun. It was entertaining. And it was a determined Conor McGregor. He hasn't been the same since then.
Even before then, he hasn't been the same.
If you think about it. No. If you think about it, right before that.
That would be Eddie Alvarez. The Alvarez fight, I think. And then he went on with his wife being pregnant.
It was the Diaz. He went Diaz, Alvarez, and became the double champ, and then went right to Floyd. Was determined and really did well against Floyd Mayweather. Obviously gassed out, didn't end up winning. Got $100 million, had a kid, and went off the rails for a good year. Just went partying. And you remember he was doing stupid shit. Like you could see him in Miami. He's like smashing someone's phone. Like started just being stupid, being crazy, using his money. Got the whiskey thing. Came back off that big, what was it, a year and a few months layoff, and tried to fight Khabib.
Throw the dolly through the bus, yeah.
Lost.
And
now, didn't do terrible against Khabib, but like could tell wasn't that same motivation, not the same swagger.
I mean, I guess it's an open to interpretations, the fight, but like Khabib dominated that fight on the ground. Like McGregor, I would say, of course, third round, McGregor finally got some win, but the fourth round,
he won the round.
I would say McGregor definitely won the third round because he didn't get taken down. But the fourth round, he just put him, in Connor's words, he put him away. You know?
Yeah, but I don't think, and then even so after that, it just went like, he came back a year later, had the Cowboy win.
That was
he looked
a dominant
good,
win.
but Cowboy's also not that good. And then you go a year later again, and then he fights Poirier. So it's like he's getting these long layoffs, but also hasn't had the same focus since, it seems, in determination since that Floyd fight. And he got the big money. He's got the kids. He's got the whiskey business. He's got the distractions, the parties, the fame. I just feel like he's not the same dude. It's kind of sad, but
kind of inspires and motivates me, to what I don't want to do. I don't know if you feel the same way. Like if you see his interviews, all he does is talk about, I'm in Forbes top whatever paid athletes. I made X amount of dollars.
Yes.
I made X 100 million.
Is that what it's about?
Is that what it's all about? Like seriously, like before it was all about, I want to represent my country. I want to be proud to be Irish. I want to do my country and I coming in here. We're gonna win this war. You know, like for all of his vocabulary he uses. I'm gonna do this for my team, for my wife. I'm gonna do this for the sport. Now it's just money. Man, the old saying, money doesn't change people. And feel free to disagree with me. Money does not change people. It just makes you a bigger version of what you were before. It exposes the real you. It was just you were hidden previously because you didn't have enough money to bring this to light. Now he has enough money. He can do whatever he wants. This is the real McGregor right here, I think.
Yeah, could be. I think it just shows that he was very money driven. Like, and I think it's evident, like, even if you look back to his early interviews, it's like he had a cool moment where he was talking. I think it was in the documentary, but he was like, I lost my mind in this game. Like, it will be worth it, when my wife has a car for every day of the week, a house, my mom has a house, my kids have houses, my kids' like all this shit, and he's like, then it'll be worth it. Then it'll be worth it. I lost my mind.
He stomped all over that,
and it was
he stomped all over that right before Poirier 3.
No. But if you think about it, even that, it was a money-driven thing because he came from such little money that it was always about that. He wanted to have that success for his family, like, and himself. Like, I need this money, and then like they can have everything in the world. So now that he has it, now it's like, okay, what's his motivation now? Because that was always his motivation. It wasn't really about like becoming the best MMA fighter. It was always like, I'm going to become the best MMA fighter so I can get money, so I can be rich and get this for my family. But now he has it.
What more does he need? Maybe some sanity?
Yeah. And if that was always his motivation, it's probably hard for him to find motivation.
But you know where he can find motivation? He's on the Slangin The Bizkit podcast. Every Thursday we do a single episode. Yes. We do a new episode every Thursday. The video version is on YouTube. The audio version is on Apple and Spotify, Google, Stitcher, all those other podcasts. We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
If you want to leave us a little review. Anchor. We haven't had a couple of reviews in a while, so maybe we'll leave us a review on Spotify and Apple. Let us know what you think. Leave a comment in the YouTube comment section. You're still listening, obviously, so if you're watching at this point, you got to be invested. So give us some thoughts.
Let us know if you're here.
Give us a request,
comment
whatever you
below.
want. Like Pat and I want to know. More importantly, we just want to thank you also for listening to the podcast. As always, we do this because we love it.
Yeah.
We're trying to build trying to build it up from the ground up, which is always exciting, and we're happy to have you be a part of it. Also, shout out to Sheath, shout out to Manscaped for making the podcast financially possible, for sponsoring us. So God bless you guys. Again, promo code Bizkit69 for sheathunderwear.com. You get 20% off on your underwear. Manscaped, the promo code is Bizkit for 20% off plus free shipping. As always, we'll be here every Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern, and we thank you for listening. Pat, do you have any final words to cap us off?
No.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.